Welcome to Market Wiki, where I break down market related subjects in an easy to understand way. Today, we're going to be talking about inflation. What is it, and how does it happen? Okay, so the Oxford Dictionary defines it as a general increase in prices and the fall in the purchasing value of money. What does that mean? Inflation basically means things go up, prices go up. A lot of times, inflation is negative with us is when prices go up, goods and services, but our wages don't go up at the same rate. So let's break it down. Basically, there's three reasons why inflation happens. One of the main reasons is the cost of providing goods and services. If a supplier or a manufacturer is incurring extra costs, maybe to get the wood or to transport the wood to make the desk that your computer desk is on, they're not going to eat those costs. They're going to pass those costs over to the consumer, and that's one reason why prices go up. Now, second thing is supply and demand. Supply and demand. So if you have a higher demand in something and there's less supply, the price is going to go up. You know, during COVID in 2020, here a good example was everybody was looking to work out from home, and we all saw bicycles going up in price. We saw free weights going 4x the price of what they were going for a year prior. Um, you know, so again, if there's more demand of something and they have less of it, it drives the price up. There's more value in that product. And thirdly is when the Fed prints money. In other words, they're creating new stimulus packages, a COVID relief bill. In March 2020, or since March 2020 through March 8th this year, the Fed has printed out $8.9 trillion dollars, and that's more money into circulation. So again, since March 15th, the year 2020 through this month, uh, March 8th, 2022, there's 8.91 trillion more dollars in circulation. So a good way to think about it is when you have a rare baseball card and that baseball card it has value to it. It doesn't help if the manufacturer says, "Oh, guess what? We're gonna print out 2,000 more of those baseball cards or X amount of those baseball cards." The value of your baseball card becomes less because there's more of those baseball cards in circulation, which makes your baseball card less rare. So that's a good example. So again, three reasons why inflation happens. Why, in other words, why prices go up. The cost of providing services or goods goes up, which in turn we pay more money. Um, Actually, I kind of wrote down suppliers manufacture. Okay, so basically, when suppliers get charged more, the manufacturers are going to incur those charges, so they're going to charge the distributors and the retail, and in turn, they're going to charge the consumers. So it's just a little drop down effect in how the price actually goes down to us. Supply and demand, more demand of something, um, because there's less supply. We see that right now with the chip shortage. We see that right now with used cars. The used car market is up almost 40%, according to CPI. And that's huge. I mean, with car manufacturers not being able to produce the cars out there, the used car market's high. So again, there's a lot of demand for vehicles right now. There's not as much supply. And then the government printing dollars like it's nothing. Can't just print money and not take it out of circulation. So that's another reason. So three main reasons on why inflation happens, or in other words, on three more reasons on why we pay more money. Now, again, inflation happens. An ice cream cone today costs more money than an ice cream cone in 1920. Inflation has always happened. But what doesn't always happen is when our wages don't go up at the same rate, and that's what's important. Our wages need to go up at the same rate or more to go with or to align with inflation, and that's important. And that's what we're seeing right now. And a lot of analysts are saying that there's going to be something called hyperinflation, which could cause a correction in the market or a recession. Um, and I think right now I heard it best the other day. We're not necessarily in a recession. They're calling it a sentiment recession, which is more emotional, which is like how we feel. And I thought that was pretty slick when I heard that. Um, now this is something to take away, you guys. Warren Buffett in 2009 answered a young kid's question, or a kid's question. Kid was probably about 10 years old, and the child asked Warren Buffett in 2009. He said, "How is inflation going to impact my generation?" And Warren Buffett added, he said, "Yeah, inflation. We can't avoid it. Inflation happens, and it happens in every generation." Warren Buffett also went on and said, he said, "Yeah, United States sold a lot of debt to China. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We sold debt to China, but our dollar today, when we have to start paying those bills, that debt back to China, years down the line, our dollar would be worth less. So we're paying China back in a dollar that's worth less. So, inflation isn't always bad. And yeah, guys, and girls, um, that's basically what inflation is, you guys. So, and girls, yeah, and hope you enjoyed the video. It was a quickie. Yeah, all right, cheers.